Hello, in today's video we are going to go through the different type of tools, products that we use during braiding and weaving. At the front part we have the scissors that you use during cutting the weave and also trimming up the weave after you're through with the weaving, and even after you finish braiding you can use the scissors also to cut off the long extras which are protruding down, so you trim them up, use the scissors. Secondly, we have the bone comb that you use to section the hair. If you want to do the cornrows, so use one side of the bone comb to create the cornrows. So it has three strands, three lines. So it makes it easy for you during sectioning the hair, so that you can section the hair with a lot of ease. At the back we have an Afro Comb. So the Afro Comb is mostly used during detangling the hair after you're through with shampooing and after you are during conditioning the hair. So you use the Afro Comb to detangle the hair because the hair is usually so much tangled, so you need to loosen it up so that the client cannot feel a lot of pain during blow drying. So you use the Afro Comb to detangle the hair. Here we have a tail comb that is used to section the hair also during either setting the hair, also sectioning the hair while you're doing some cornrows on the head using the natural hair. So you can use the longer part on sectioning the hair, and also the other side of the comb you can use it to comb the hair. At the back here we have also another tail comb, which is a plastic one. You can also use the longer part during sectioning the hair, and the other part you can use it during smoothing the hair and also combing the weave during weaving, after you're through with the weaving, when you want to have the final look. So use the other part, this longer part, you can use it to comb the weave and achieve a certain style. On this other side we have a 3-in-1. So it has 3 sides, it has 3 sections. Each section has its own function. This side we have the longer picks. The longer picks you can use them during sectioning, either styling the weave because it helps remove some beautiful curls. So you can use them during styling. We have this side, we can call it a rake comb. So the rake comb you use it during styling the weave also. So if you want to achieve a certain curl, a certain wave, so you can use this side to comb the weave into your desired style. So on the other side we have straight picks. So the straight picks bring straight movements. So you can use them as the same as the tail combs the style that you want to achieve. So you can also use it during combing your natural hair after you've had a blow dry, if you've blow dried the hair. So you can also comb using the straight picked side. Moving further, we have the thread. We have the thread here. You can use this thread during weaving. The difference between this and the other type of thread, it has a very thin thread. It's a thin one. So if you are using the thin one, you'll have to put at least 3 times the size. Let's demonstrate. So you'll have to fold it into then you put one of the side into the needle. So you can't use it on this with this one. You can't use it this way. You can't use it when it's one, because when you use it when it's one, it's going during tightening, it's going to cut. So you have to put it twice so that it can tighten your work. So at the back we have this type of thread. This is the one most suitable for weaving because it's stronger. It's stronger than the other one and thicker. So you only have to use the one side. You only have to use one side of it. You put the pick, the tip of it, into the needle. Though you don't have to fold it twice and put it into the needle. Talking about the needle, which we haven't gone through, this is the needle that mostly you're going to use during weaving. It has to be long to make your work easier. You don't use the short one, you use the long one to make your work more easier. So during it has 2 sides. It has the side that you're going to use during weaving. You're going to go through the cornrows you're going to go through. So you're going to use the sharp side. The sharp side, it makes it easy, go through the cornrows on the head. At the other side, we have a small hole, which you can see. So the hole, its function is to put the thread that you're going to use during weaving. So let's have a small demonstration on how to pull the thread into the needle. Okay, you just put it through the other side that we said we have the hole where it goes through. So there it is. After you put it in, so like we've said before, we have the upper part of the needle, which is the sharp. That is the side that you're going to use during going through the cornrows. After putting it through, you're going to have to make a knot at the end. You have to make a knot at the end. So after you've made the knot, during weaving, you will pull the thread up to the end. So the knot will help the thread not to come out. So with the knot, it will stick into the weft of the weave or into the cornrows. During weaving, you don't hold the needle at the end where the thread is. You don't hold it at the end. You only hold it near to the tip to avoid injuring either the client or yourself during pulling the thread, because it might stick as you're pulling the thread, it might stick on the head and you need to pull it with a little more strength. So when you pull it, when you've held it here, it will minimize the tension and the ability of it reaching into your body and to injure you or to injure the client. At the farthest end, we have the straightener, one of the straighteners used in a salon. This one is a flat iron. It's used to flat iron the hair, either when the natural hair, or if you're using fabric hair, you can when you're using the human hair. So it only burns and curls the human hair. If you're going to use any other fabric, the fabric will not achieve the desired curls when you use the flat iron. When using the flat iron, it has a part here. Here we have the temperature, the amount of temperature you're going to use on different types of the hair, on the natural hair, to achieve different types of styles. It has an extension where you're going to connect it into an electric outlet. So after you've connected into the electric outlet using the extension, you're going to put it on. You're going to put it on here, the first button. Then the second button used to minimize the amount of temperature that you want. The plus or the addition sign button, you're going to add the amount of temperature. You're going to add from 150, which is the lowest amount of temperature, to the highest, which is 230 degrees Celsius. During flat ironing, we use the center part, the farthest part, which is Teflon part. You can see it, which is a bit shiny. So that part, when you put on the flat iron and the temperature, it starts getting hot. So you need to keep your hands far, or the client's scalp far from that Teflon part, because it might either injure the client. So you need to be very careful when using it on the client's scalp, or also to yourself. So you need to use the tail comb, which is this. Use the tail comb to place it before the scalp, then you pull, you rotate it round to achieve the desired style. At the farthest here, we've now gone through the crocheting needle. The crocheting needle. This use it during crocheting. So if you need a very fancy long style, or if you need a short style, using the pencil mambo or the long Senegalese twist, so you use the crochet to achieve or to do the style. So the crochet has a thick side, one thick side, at this farthest end. That's why you see it's big enough to give you the firmness that you need. Then at the other side, we have a flipper. So the flipper helps you when you want to pull. When you want to pull you want to pull the crochet after locking it inside the hook, inside the hook. So after you've hooked the crochet, the pencil mambo, you lock it. Then pull it out through the cornrows that are on the head. Why do we lock it up? We lock it up to avoid pulling the cornrows, which are done using the natural hair for the client. So to avoid pulling the hair, which will eventually bring a lot of pain into the client's hair, and also to avoid having undesired style on the hair. Moving forward, we have the different type of products that you're going to use during either braiding or weaving. First of all, you're going to go through the braiding spray. As it is written, the braiding spray with the anti-dandruff, which is 4-in-1. So the braiding spray helps to avoid itchiness into the scalp. After some few days after you've done your style, either you've weaved your hair or you've braided your hair, use the braiding spray. You'll have to unlead it. You spray it directly to your scalp, where the braid or the weave were at the scalp. So why do you do that? Because after you've weaved, after you've braided your hair, you're not going to wash your hair until you undo your hair. So you'll have to prevent your hair from the itchiness using the braiding spray. Near to the braiding spray here, we have the vibrant sheen. The vibrant sheen, it's applied on the weave. You apply it on the weave after you've weaved it on the hair. You don't apply it on natural hair. You only apply it into the weave only. So what does it do on the weave? It helps and maintains your weave into the same style that you did during the day you weaved your hair. So which is this style? The style that you want to achieve is the curly style, the smoothness of the weave, which is already on the hair. So if you use any other type of product on the hair, it's going to tamper with your hair. So the vibrant sheen keeps your hair, it locks the cuticles into the hair and keeps the hair still in the same position as the first day you did the style. Here we have Darling Hair Food. The Darling Hair Food, as its name, it's an hair food. It's the food of the hair. So what does the food of the hair do? It maintains the hair. The hair has different parts. We have the cuticle cortex and the medulla. So the hair, when you apply the hair food, it penetrates into the cortex and maintains the cortex into its shape and locks the cuticle, maintaining the hair into the same shape. Either if you've blow dried the hair, if you've flat ironed the hair, any other style that you're doing to your natural hair, these use it on only into your natural hair. So it maintains the hair into the natural style or the achieved style that you've achieved either during flat ironing, blow drying, or either setting the hair. Next, we have the braiding cream, which is still from Darling collection. So the braiding cream has a very good function, which is not now to the natural hair. This you only apply to as the name, the braiding cream, you apply it on the braids. So why do you apply it on the braid? To smoothen the braids, to make them smooth while doing the desired style. Like you can see here, when doing the desired style, you achieve and make the desired style very cute and beautiful. So you only use it on braids alone, not weave. You don't do it on weaves. Next, we have the pink lotion. It's a moisturizer. It moisturizes the hair during setting the hair. So you apply it on the natural hair during setting the hair. Setting the hair, the setting of the hair, this is only done mostly in the Afro-Caribbean hair, which has been relaxed. So the hair which is relaxed is the one you're going to apply the moisturizer before you curl the hair, just a little bit of it, and then you curl the hair. It adds moisture into the hair. So This is done on natural hair. So on this side we have, which is black, darling apron. The apron is used to protect the therapist during the service, to protect him or herself from dirtifying themselves with either the products or the small particles of the hair that you're going to trim them off after the service. At the back we have a towel. The towel is used to protect the client in any service, in most of the services done in a salon. So it protects the client from getting dirtified by any of the products or the hair particles that are going to fall off during weaving, braiding, or having a natural hairstyle at the salon. Thank you for watching. We hope that you've enjoyed the video going through all the type of products and tools that are used during braiding and weaving. In the future video that we're going to learn how to use the different type of products in the different type of styles in both weaving, braiding, and crocheting. Thank you for watching.